Imagine a laptop with something more powerful than a Ryzen 7 processor, perhaps even more powerful than a Threadripper. Well, latest thing up on the market, I guess, is the fact that we've got some scores coming in from some laptop CPUs by Intel that seem to be, of course, breaking, pretty insane standards. So think about it this way. We've got a couple i9 level processors coming to laptops. And now usually these leaks would be coming out and we'd be going, well, maybe we're not too sure. But it's sad and it's really hard to disagree that when you have the Cinebench scores from these processors that it's not going to happen. That also raises the question though, what are they going to put in these computers, what GPUs, that are actually going to be capable of matching that level of performance. Not to mention we do have an 8700K getting ported to the laptops as well, which also means great gaming overclocking. I believe the top speed on that one is the 4.7 on one core, and you got all 6 cores, all 12 threads, and we've got I think 12 cores and 24 threads on the i9, which just means that opens up a huge market for those people that are interested in getting something to bring around that's a workstation class computer. But I have a couple questions. So my first question is, what RAM, of course, are we going to pair with this? Now, obviously, this is some speculation about, these chips, but it also raises a good question. That really means that the high-end market for laptops, especially right now, the best you can probably get is a Ryzen 7, 700 or 1700, out there in a laptop, and that's probably the best you can get workstation-wise. And now what this really does is opens up a huge area for these content creators, these people that are doing advanced rendering, modeling, things like that, to actually go through and, develop some content without having to worry about moving to a desktop. Now, and also, as I said, what type of RAM are you going to be pairing with this? I really don't know that the price, of course, this will be extremely expensive. If it won't be the CPU that gets you, it will definitely be the amount of RAM that you have to put in there, and there's only so many slots they can develop into a, motherboard that small inside of a laptop. And keep in mind that, you're going to have 13, or you're going to need 4 sticks of 64 gigabytes to make. Well, I mean, you'll probably need 128 max or something like 64, which could be done if you had 2 sticks 32, but that stuff is expensive, especially at that small per stick. So that just leaves that question. It also raises another question, cooling. How are they going to cool a GPU paired with that? I would only assume something along Vega Frontier Edition or above, or Quadro on the other hand. I feel like those are, the only two real reasons why those are the only kind of GPUs you'd be expecting, and with this cooling going on, I think that cooling i9 along with trying to cool a high-end GPU will be very difficult to do and keep it cool. So we will have to see what exactly happens there, but I think it will be interesting to see what results we get when we start testing it, and when of course the results come out. And this is obviously not on any current laptops, but we've got seeing the CPU out there, which means that it really does mean that this is really close. And usually the Ryzen 2 series that's coming out is already being tested and showing up, and that's going to come out this next upcoming month. So I mean, you're looking at this and you're thinking, well, if it's we're just starting to see testing, and of course we only saw testing for the Ryzen 2 this month. So I mean, within a month we can expect hopefully see these if it's going off of anything Ryzen did. If it's not, then we can expect hopefully to see them pretty soon. And obviously these things are going to probably be expensive. I mean, the RAM as it is very difficult to find. Not to mention, it's just going to be insane to get that amount of RAM for pretty cheap. So I'd pretty much be out there saying that you're probably going to be expecting some pretty hefty prices. But I mean, if you're a video editor and you're someone out there that's, wanting to, I don't know, for people that are doing professional editing for, I don't know, movies or something, it'd be really good just to be able to walk out there with a computer, be able to sit down and edit stuff while you're, on the set without having to worry about, moving a computer in there and dealing about, trying to set all that stuff up. A laptop would be really nice. As I said, though, I don't know what the size will be. And at that point, I'd just say, you could save a lot of money and just build it, in a small form factor. If you're going to really pay something obnoxious, like, $5,000 more just for a small form factor. But I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you are as, excited as I am about seeing some high-end CPUs in the laptop market, because, it's just been difficult to find. i7s have been on, the top of everything for, the last couple of years. So I really feel like, this will make a big difference, hopefully, and the professional workload and things like that. So thank you for watching. Hope to see you around, and check out my channel for other cool tech related things. Goodbye.